Hello, wonderful friends. Today, Wizzy and I are traveling back more than 500 years to meet one of the most extraordinary people who ever lived.
His name was Leonardo da Vinci. He was a painter, inventor, engineer, scientist, and brilliant observer who seemed curious about almost everything around him.
Leonardo was born in 1452 near the small town of Vinci, in Tuscany, Italy. That is actually where the name Da Vinci comes from.
As a young man, Leonardo went to Florence, one of the great centers of Renaissance art, where he trained in the workshop of the artist Andrea del Verrocchio.
The Renaissance was a time when artists and scholars became deeply interested in nature, science, ancient knowledge, and the human body. Leonardo became fascinated by them all.
He filled thousands of notebook pages with drawings and ideas: plants, water, machines, buildings, faces, animals, and even designs for machines that looked like flying devices.
Leonardo also studied anatomy. He carefully drew bones, muscles, and organs, trying to understand how the human body worked and how people moved.
But Leonardo is remembered above all for his extraordinary art. Surprisingly, only a relatively small number of paintings by him survive today. Let us discover the most famous.
And we must begin with the most famous of them all, the Mona Lisa, one of the best known and most recognized paintings in the entire world. Leonardo began the Mona Lisa around 1503 in Florence. The woman is generally identified as Lisa Gherardini, the wife of Florentine merchant Francesco del Giocondo. Leonardo continued working on and refining the portrait over many years. He carried it with him later in life, including when he moved to France.
Look closely at her famous smile. Leonardo used a technique called sfumato, blending tones so gently that hard outlines seem to disappear into soft, smoky shadows.
Next, let us travel to Milan and discover one of Leonardo's greatest masterpieces, the Last Supper. Leonardo worked on this remarkable painting from 1494 to the beginning of 1498.
The Last Supper shows the dramatic moment when Jesus tells his disciples that one of them will betray him. Look carefully at how differently the disciples react to the shocking news.
Some look surprised, others confused or alarmed, while several seem to question one another. Through faces, hands, and gestures, Leonardo transformed one moment into a powerful human drama.
Now look at Lady with an Ermine. The young woman is generally identified as Cecilia Gallerani, and she holds a beautiful white ermine gently in her arms.
Notice how Cecilia and the Ermine both turn toward the same direction. It almost feels as though something outside the painting has suddenly caught their attention.
Our next masterpiece is Virgin of the Rocks. Leonardo surrounds the figures with unusual rocks, water, plants, deep shadows, and a distant landscape, creating a mysterious, dreamlike atmosphere.
The London version had a complicated working history, associated with periods around 1491 or 1492 to 1499, and again from 1506 to 1508.
Now let us discover the Annunciation, an artwork from Leonardo's early career. It shows the angel Gabriel arriving before Mary in a beautiful and carefully observed landscape.
Look beyond the two figures. Notice the flowers, trees, the angel's detailed wings, and the distant mountains. Leonardo's extraordinary fascination with nature can be seen throughout the painting.
Next is Saint John the Baptist. Against a very dark background, the figure seems to emerge gradually into the light, wearing a mysterious smile and pointing one hand upward.
Leonardo blended light and darkness with remarkable softness. The gentle transitions make Saint John appear to emerge naturally from the shadows instead of being surrounded by hard outlines. But Leonardo's genius did not stop with paintings. One of his most famous drawings is the Vitruvian Man, where art, anatomist, and mathematics come together. Leonardo drew the same human body in two overlapping positions, surrounded by a circle and a square. He was exploring fascinating ideas about the proportions of the human body.
And this tells us something important about Leonardo. He did not simply look at the world around him. He observed it carefully and constantly asked questions about how it worked.
How do birds fly? How does water move? How do muscles make our bodies move? And how does light change what our eyes see? Leonardo wanted to understand them all.
For Leonardo, art and science were not completely separate worlds. Painting, drawing, anatomy, mathematics, and observation were all different ways of exploring and understanding the world.
Later in his life, Leonardo moved to France. He spent his final years at Clos-Lucé, near Amboise, so surrounded by the ideas and investigations that had fascinated him throughout his life.
Leonardo died in France in 1519, at the age of 67. But his extraordinary story did not end there, because his paintings, drawings, and ideas continued to inspire others.
Artists, scientists, and inventors continued to learn from his work. Leonardo showed how powerful curiosity can become when we observe carefully, experiment with ideas, and keep asking questions. Thank you again for joining Wizzy and me. Visit our channel to discover more amazing adventures and wonderful stories. We'll see you again very soon in our next video. Until then, be good, be kind, and keep learning.